video, I want to talk to you about the new Janome Skyline Anniversary Edition S7. The S7 has a lot of stitches and a lot of features built in at a great affordable price. So let's take a look at this machine and show you a brief overview of everything it can do for you. First thing you're going to notice on this machine, it's a lot larger than your average sewing machine. From our needle to the inside of the sewing arm is about 8 1/4 inches. Your average sewing machine is about 5 1/2, so I have more room within my sewing arm to do quilting, have more room to support the weight of my material. It will come with an extension tables to support the material to the left. It's made out of an acrylic material, so you have plenty of support all the way around the machine. I have 240 built-in sewing and utility stitches built in on the S7 Anniversary Edition. It's really easy for me to get to the different stitches. All the modes on the planogram are built in and show me on my screen where I'm at any given time, so it's going to be really easy for you to get to where you need to go. However, if you do have questions, you have Ken Sewing Center support for life. You get our premium support package with any machine that you purchase. You can come to our store for lessons or give us a call and one of our sales associates can help you. Even if we need to FaceTime with you, we can do all those things to help you no matter where you're located in the country. On the machine itself, it's really easy for me to thread. I have the top winding bobbin built in. I have the horizontal spool pin, and everything is going to be channeled for me all the way down to my needle. And I will have a built-in needle threader on the S7. I have extra high lift under my presser foot, so if I'm needing to put thicker materials like quilting, hem and blue jeans and things of that nature, I've got plenty of room to do that. And I have the superior feeding system. It's a 7-point feed dog system that's built in on the S7. I've got the top drop-in bobbin. I can see my bobbin at any given time, so then I know how much bobbin thread I have left. And threading the bobbin is extremely easy on this machine. There's one slit and it's channeled. Even the needle plate's channeled to help you thread the bobbin case on the machine. It has a lot larger needle plate on it with markings. Even the bed of the machine has a ruler built in to help you with different seam allowances. I do have a place built in on the needle plate that I can screw down a seam gauge so I can get a certain seam allowance from my needle. Now, you have a lot of convenience features built in on this computerized machine. I will have the built-in scissor, and when I push that, it snips the bobbin and the top thread for me. Really clean and neat. You'll be surprised how many times that we grab our scissors and go back and forth snipping threads. Well, you won't have to do that anymore with the S7. I got that scissor. I do have the ability to raise and lower my presser foot. So if I want to pivot at the end of a seam, or if I'm doing applique work, I'm able to do that just at the push of a button, raise and lower that presser foot. I will have the needle up, needle down feature. There's times I want the needle to stop in the fabric for applique if I'm turning a corner, and there's times I want it to stay out of the fabric for my regular sewing. So I make sure that I don't jerk the fabric, rip a hole in my fabric, maybe bend or break a needle. I will have the auto lock feature. Auto lock ties a stitch off underneath, so it's hidden and out of the way. You won't have that ugly back tack any longer using auto lock. However, I do have traditional reverse. If you want to do that standard back tack, you're able to do that with the machine. The S7 will operate with or without the foot control. I have a start stop button. However, you will get a fully electronic foot control that'll come with it. And I can override the speed of the machine when I'm using the foot control or the start stop and override that. So if I'm in a tight area, or maybe I'm working with an expensive piece of material, I want to make sure I don't make a mistake, I can back that off. But I can go all the way up to 1,000 stitches a minute on the S7. The accessory tray opens toward me, so we're sitting at the machine, we're looking down at it. It makes it really easy for us to look down, get whatever accessory that we need, and then put it back, keep everything nice and neat and organized. I have a lot larger free arm on the machine, so if I'm hemming pant legs or shirt sleeves, things of that nature, I'm able to embellish further up that pant leg or further up the shirt sleeve because of the longer free arm. I can actually easily remove the needle plate just by pushing a button. It pops the plate out. It will come with the standard plate as well as the straight stitch plate. There are sensors built in on the S7 that knows exactly what needle plate I have on the machine at any given time. So if I have the straight stitch plate on and I try to do a zigzag, the machine will not allow me to do that because I could damage the machine machine or break a needle, things of that nature. S7 does have sensors built in on the needle plate area, so it knows what needle plate I have on the machine. If I have the straight stitch needle plate on and I try to do a zigzag, the machine's not going to allow me to do it because I could damage my machine. I do have a place on the front that I can put a knee lift. It does come with the knee lift, and that helps to raise and lower the presser foot so I can keep both my hands on the fabric at any given time and have more control on my fabric. S7 has a really easy to operate, fully computerized color screen. Now the screen here shows me the stitches as I go in and maybe change a stitch, as I change my width or change my length on the sewing patterns. They're right here. And as I override and change that, the machine will show me the actual true size of that stitch that I'm working with. So there's no more need of getting test swatches. I can see exactly what that stitch is going to look like in the exact size that I've done it. I have all these tabs right here, so I don't have to push a lot of buttons to get to where I need to go. All my stitches are going to be grouped by type, so I can reference my planogram. I'm in utility mode right here. It shows me on the screen there's 2 pages in the utility mode, and I can page over and find the stitch that I'm working with. Now I also can go back and forth through the different modes and find the mode that I want to with no problem whatsoever. The machine will show me a lot of information, gives me a diagram of what presser foot I need to have on for this overcast stitch, and here's all my overcast stitches. And then I can just keep going through my planogram. If I want to see everything at one time, I can hit this button here. And let's say that I'm into quilting. Well, I'm going to go into my quilting mode, and it's going to automatically take me to that mode. If I want to do a 1/4 inch single ounce, I can hit a button. It's going to automatically move my needle over to 1/4 inch. And I can just continue on through my planogram and find the right stitch for whatever that I'm wanting to do. I will have alphabets built in. If I want to do garment tags or quilt labels, I'm able to do that with no problem whatsoever. And the machine has a USB port built in. If I want to make my own stitch, there's a program that comes with it that allows me to make my own unique stitches. So if you want to have a stitch that looks like a hand quilting stitch, you can do that on this machine and just upload it to the machine. I can go in on the hard drive of the machine, change the background color, get it to my liking, go back and forth from inches to metrics. I can turn the beeper off. There's all kinds of things we can do. I'm not going to do anything to erase something off the hard drive of the machine, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Once I got everything set like I want it, then I'm ready to sew. There is a sewing advisor built in that shows me the right stitches for doing a certain application, and we can help you with that as well, so you can always give us a call. Here I'm going to show you, I've got 8 layers of denim that I'm working with. That's roughly the side seam on a pair of blue jeans. I can raise and lower my presser foot like this right here. I can easily get that underneath my material. I'm going to back this speed down just for demonstration purposes and show you this machine is going to handle sewing. The needle penetrating power of the S7 is fantastic. It can easily handle the 7 layers of denim, and I've got that feeding system with the 7-point feed dogs. It's actually touching my fabric in 7 different places. I'm going to go into the stretch material because I have the ability, the machine is going to automatically sense what's the correct tension I need to have on the fabric, and we're going to speed it up, and I'm going to show you just how it can operate at the 1,000 stitches per minute. I'm going to hit my auto lock button. It ties that stitch off for me underneath, so that back tack is going to be hidden and out of the way. I'm going to hit my scissors, it's going to snip that thread, and then the machine's going to automatically raise the presser foot up for me, so I don't have to worry about having to do that as well. So I went from 8 layers of denim all the way to a stretch material to a cotton. I'm not having to adjust anything on this machine. Ken Sewing Center is your authorized Janome dealer. We carry all parts and all accessories for the Janome machines. We carry every model Janome makes, so we can compare this model to any other model in the Janome line and find the right machine for you. We have a lot more information on our website on the Skyline S7 Anniversary Edition. Do check that out, but feel free to drop us an email or give us a call anytime. We'll be glad to help you.